Hello, everyone. Thanks for listening to the Grow Your Life podcast. My name's Jeremiah Krakowski, and I'm going to be your host today talking about how you can grow in your life and in your business. And that's what this podcast is all about, is ways to improve your life, to reach your goals, to make more money in a business. We talk about mindset and business strategy. I believe that if you got the right strategy, but you got a crappy mindset, this strategy, I promise you, is always going to fail. And if you have a great mindset but no strategy, you're going to have to actually take some action on what you know to get results. And that's what we talk about. It's how to get you results to go to 6, 7, and 8 figures. I've been helping businesses for the last 18 years grow to 8 figures. Been coaching business owners for the last 6 years on how to go from 0 to 7 figures. And that's what I love to help you with as well. And so let's dive into this today. I had a coaching call with a client this week. And went back through some of my past coaching calls over the last 2-3 years to see what is one of the biggest factors that everybody who listens to this podcast needs to take them to the next level. Quitting the overthinking cycle is a big part of it. The worst case scenario cycle. The how things could go wrong cycle. Well, I hope they don't come back to me and ask for their money back. Or what if I launch this and put this out there and nobody buys from me cycle. What if I put this out there and it fails cycle. I was talking to a guy that I work with yesterday, and he asked that same question. He's like, what do you do when you put something out there and it just fails? It doesn't work. And the truth is that that's what keeps people stuck from success. The people that are most successful, that are making 6 figures, that are making 7 figures, that are making 8 figures, they don't concern themselves with how things can go wrong. They keep their focus on how things can go right and how they can create good results. They don't concern themselves with the what ifs of how things can fail. They don't give their brain space that. You have limited brain energy that you can put out there. And if you allow your brain energy to focus on how everything can go wrong and things can come back at you to create negative consequences, you're never going to reach your goals. This isn't about planning, and this isn't about wisdom. And I've heard people justify worst case scenario thinking as planning for success or wisdom. And I'm sorry to say this, but that's a load of crap. It's neither of those things. It's worry and fear. And that may be a cycle that you've existed in your life, as you always think about how things can go bad for you to protect yourself from those things happening. Those will always protect you from those things happening. Absolutely. But the truth is, you're never going to accomplish anything with that mindset and with that strategy. And so you're going to have to retrain your brain and reprogram your brain to no longer look at how everything can go bad potentially for you as you build your business. You don't even give it a second of thought about how things can fail, how they can suck, how they can go wrong. You focus on what are the activities in the present moment, and you become present in the now. What do I need to do now in the next 24 hours in my business? You don't even think about the long term. Now, some of you might say, that sounds horrible. That sounds unwise. How can I plan for success if I'm not thinking about the long term? Hear me out. You take strategic moments of vision, of planning for the next 3 months, planning for what you're going to build, planning for where you're going in the next 5 years. And you don't sit and ruminate on those moments. You don't sit and constantly keep thinking about the future, constantly keep thinking about what's in the future. You spend the majority of your time in the present moment taking action on what is the activities that you need to do right now. Do you have an offer up? Do you have an opt-in offer up? Are you running ads? Have you asked for help and gotten mentorship on what you don't know how to do or learned how you don't know how to do? Listen, successful people don't care about looking, feeling, or sounding smart. They don't care about doing it all on their own because that's how they've always done things. That's also a load of crap. Needing to do it all on my own and never asking for help or never getting help from people makes you feel good. But as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you're going to have to grow up. There's a reason why most people are not successful business owners, because the patterns and the activities that make you successful, a 7-figure business owner, violate 99% of the way most people live their lives. It's true. And so most people, in every other form of living and existing, doing stuff on your own is praised. It's seen as good. As a business owner, business is strategically designed to punish you for that way of thinking. And that's what blows people's minds. They don't even realize that the way that they're doing their business, the way that they're trying to go about things on their own to accomplish it and be self-made. I'm sorry, but every self-made millionaire had people help them get there. And anyone who tells you that they didn't, that's a self-made millionaire, is a liar. I'm going to show you an example of this. Self-made millionaire needed to get some help from somebody to show them how to build a product, how to use a website, how to do the basics. They might not have even been trained by other millionaires, but they learned from other people, whether it be websites, they did the research, they found the people to help them, and they got help along the way, and they humbled themselves to say, I don't know how to do this, I need some help. And they got the help. They didn't spend so much time thinking about how everything could go wrong. They found people that did it, that have already walked the path, that could show them how to do it. And so why do we think that we're so special snowflake enough that we're going to just be successful by never getting help, by never asking for help, by never learning anything new, by complaining about how things aren't working out for us? You got to shift your paradigm mindset away from thinking about how everything can go wrong for you, thinking about how everything can fail, thinking about how things can blow up in your face, or complaining about how they're not working out, ruminating on what's not working, ruminating on what you wish you could change. You can either talk about it or you can be about it. You can either talk about what's not working or you can go to work to change what's not working in your life. Those who just talk about it will always stay in that addictive cycle of feeling like they're making progress when they're not moving forward. Those that go and take action and change their life, they're the ones that are successful and make the kind of money that's possible for them. They don't focus their energy on how everything can go wrong and bad for them. They get the help, whether it be mental health, whether it be healing from past trauma, healing from past experiences. They seek out getting the kind of help that they need and don't allow their life experiences to be an excuse for why they are where they are today. They don't allow, well, nobody ever taught me, to be a reason for why they stay stuck. I hear that all the time. Nobody ever taught me to be successful. Wish somebody taught me one day. So why aren't you getting training to learn? Oh, I don't know about that. Okay. You chose then where you're at right now. You can't complain about it. I'm serious. And I have compassion for what people have been through. I have compassion for our fears and our worries. Listen, I was somebody that was so fearful. When I went into business for myself, some of you know my story, worked with, different companies, worked with my mom, and went off on my own in business 3 years ago, started my own company, this one right now. Learned a lot of things I didn't know that I didn't know about business, Like, I'm so thankful for the lessons that I learned from mom along the way and the business mentors along the way that I've learned from, that have imparted to me skill sets. The only reason that I'm successful and can help other people today is the skill sets that have been imparted by others. That's it. And it's going to be the same for you. Listen, if you want to grow in your business, you're going to have to give up acknowledging the fears of the worst case scenario of how everything can go bad for you, how people might come and attack you, how things will be destroyed, how things are going to be ruined, how your life is going to suck if things don't go perfectly for you, how things, if they don't go perfectly the way you have a vision for it, you're just going to be a total disaster. Cut that thinking out and change your mindset on that. And that's going to make you more productive, because the energy that you're spending on ruminating about how everything can go bad for you, you're going to be focusing that energy on the activities that are going to make things go right for you. And then the big one that I hear from people, well, Jeremiah, you just don't know my situation. I got 5 kids, I got the job, I got all this, got that, got this, got that. Great. You know what? Chaos is going to be a part of your life. The more successful you are, the worse the chaos is going to get. You need to learn how to walk on the chaotic waters of the storm instead of complaining about what you wish you would change. Take ownership of your life, ownership of your situation, ownership of where you're at right now. Prioritize things, get up a little bit earlier, structure your life in a way that serves you. For as long as you keep complaining about what's not working out, you are going to constantly stay right where you are right now. And that comfort zone sucks. Or you can break past your fears, past your worries, past those limiting beliefs. You can get some help to identify what those limiting beliefs are. That's one of the hardest parts, by the way. Many of us need somebody to point the spotlight on our limiting beliefs. Newsflash for you, your brain that has the limiting beliefs is often never going to point out what that limiting belief is without help, because it's so structured and locked into that belief and holding on to it as truth that you need somebody to point that spotlight on that, whether it be a personal development book or a mentor, a coach, a therapist, somebody to point those things out to you. And so as soon as we learn and we can unlock our ability to do something differently in our life than we've ever done up to this moment in time, people that are successful, that make the kind of money that you want to make, if you want to be a millionaire, they did something differently than 98% of the population. They did something differently than 99% of the population. 99% of the population makes under $400,000 a year, okay? The 1% make over $400,000 a year. If you want to be in that 1 to 2% that's debt-free, that makes that kind of money that you can easily compound and become a millionaire quickly, you have to do something differently than what has been programmed into you your whole life. But it's a choice. It's not going to happen by accident. It's going to be a choice of your own to show up for yourself differently, to ask for help, to humble yourself enough to discover what you don't know up to this moment in time, to think differently, to put a stop sign up intentionally when negative thoughts creep in, to not allow negativity to show up in your life, to break up with negativity and even toxic people in your life, to change your friends, to change the situations that you put yourself into every single day, to change who you listen to change the music you listen to, the TV shows you watch, the podcasts you listen to. Are they just validating your current experience, or are they raising you up to the next level? Are you surrounded by people that are just validating your experience? By the way, we are the sum total of the 5 people we spend the most time around. I used to think that phrase was crap, and I've discovered its truth. You want to know what started to happen in my business? When I started surrounding myself with millionaires and billionaires and people that are successful and learning from them, which, by the way, with the internet, you can surround yourself with millionaires and billionaires by listening to their podcasts, by listening to their interviews, by watching YouTube, by taking their courses, by reading their books. Even if you don't have that person in your life, those people have poured into resources for you to learn from. I have over 100, almost 120 podcast episodes that you can listen to, all about building business online and growing past these limiting beliefs to take you to the next level. You can either let those resources sit there, or you can take action on them and change the way that you've been operating, change the way that you've been thinking, change the way that you've been doing life up to this moment in time. And one of the biggest factors, I'm going to just keep repeating it, is don't spend so much time overthinking, over-processing, ruminating on how everything can go bad, about how things are going to fail for you. Put a stop sign up when those thoughts come in about how things are not going to work out, about how things are going to fail. You have to intentionally show up to put that stop sign and say, you know what? I'm not going to think about that thing. I'm not going to think about how things are going to go wrong for me. I'm going to think about how they can go right. I'm going to accept myself. I'm going to accept these situations. I'm going to love myself enough to not allow that negativity into my life, whether it be from other people or myself. You could easily go down a rabbit hole of negativity just in a simple Facebook group, my friends. You got to put up those stop signs. Prevent yourself. Ignore the conversation. You don't have to engage in every argument and fight and situation that people want to invite you into. Some of you are getting breakthrough right now from this. I know there's other people, they probably dipped off the podcast by now and are not listening anymore. But those of you, if you're still listening to this right now, man, I'm excited for you. If you apply this, it's going to take you to the next level. You're going to see changes in your content, in your marketing, in your offers, in your bank account. I believe it. I truly do. And I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to hop on the phone with you. You can schedule a free call with me. There's no obligation at all for you to pay me or continue with anything. I'd love to talk with you about just where you're at in your business and how to get you more sales and how to take you to the next level. What do I get out of that? I can make new podcast episodes, which attracts new customers to me. That ultimately makes me more money. That's why I get on the phone for free with people. That's why I do these coaching calls. Because I'm talking with my target customer. I'm learning what you guys need help with. But I don't know until I can hear and engage. And I'd love to help you go to the next level in your business to make more money. I'm so appreciative of my clients that reach out and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. What do you think? And then we can talk through it. We can process through it. And we can go through this type of stuff. So schedule a free call with me on my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about taking it to the next level. We'll talk soon, everybody. Have a good one.